In yesterday's video, I gave you the strong encouragement about forgiving yourself to overcome the past negativity and the guilt feelings that so often are there. You and I need to forgive ourselves for what we've done wrong. And that's a tough truth to learn because we feel just awful, terrible about those things that we've done. And so I want to take you the next step now, growing in that truth that God loves you and God forgives you and God has called you to be worthy. You know, your heart knows God's love. Your heart knows God's forgiveness. Here's the problem, right here in our mind. And in fact, Paul talks about that exact truth, about the battle that is going on for the peace that you need in your life. It's right here in your mind. He says this in Romans chapter 12. He says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." You see, your heart knows that God has forgiven you. Your heart and soul knows that God has pulled away that past. No matter how rotten, how often that happened, it's gone. But your mind draws back into what you did. And if you're like me, anytime you think of what you did in your past, you feel just evil. You feel worthless. You feel, how could God ever love someone like me? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall into that trick, that trap of the devil. He's so good at pulling us down into negativity. But God says, have a renewing of your mind. Now, how? How exactly do we have a renewing of our mind? Paul gave it a different encouragement as he was writing to some newer Christians as they were growing in their faith, to the people in Philippi. And he said this, words to help you and I as well. He said, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy," then he says, think about such things. Why doesn't God demand us, through the pen of Paul here, to do such things, to do what is admirable, to do what is right? Well, the reason why is because God knows how he built us. Before we're going to go do anything, the battle is going to happen here. Where your focus is, that your heart's going to go. So the battle for your peace, the battle to overcome negativity, is right here in your mind. So I have a challenge for you. This is something that I have started to do the last about year and a half or so with counseling that I've done with teenagers and with adults. And they have come back and said it has been revolutionary. It has been encouraging for them. Here's my challenge. When you're brushing your teeth at night and you're going to bed and the mirror is there, when you wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth and washing your face and getting ready and the mirror is there, every single time you're in the bathroom and the mirror is there, this is my challenge. This is what I want you to do. I want you to look at yourself straight in that mirror, and there's no place to run, there's no place to hide. And this is what I want you to say. Jesus has forgiven me, and I forgive me, and I'm worth it. Jesus has forgiven me, and I forgive me, and I'm worth it. Christ has made you worthy. He's poured his love, his grace, his favor, his forgiveness into you. And there's no place to run or to hide, but you right there to yourself, to forgive yourself, to treat yourself with the grace that God has treated you. And I'm going to warn you, it's going to be awkward. The first time you do it, it is going to be straight up awkward. And you might not even believe it. But every single time you're in the bathroom and you're there one-on-one, say those words. Jesus has forgiven me, I forgive me, and I'm worth it. It's going to sink the peace that God has already given you right into your heart and help you overcome negativity.